and majestic. And it had all over like this, and she walks out of it.
You're seriously not on it. Oh, it's still on. It's not there's 116 pictures, now there's 116.
That couldn't have been prevented before. So rule number 1, there's no smoking on this train. And this is posted above each archway throughout the train here. I know Colorado just legalized some sort of smoking. You can't do that on this train either. Okay? Sorry. It's not allowed. Rule number 2, keep your hands, arms, legs, fingers, toes, cameras, hats, sunglasses, and small children inside the train at all times. We do come by close to shedding, railing, and trees all the way up the mountain here. If you happen to stick something out the window and lose it, I hope it didn't have much value to you, okay? Rule number 3, the most important rule of all is about the brown aisle that runs down the center of the train. So I need everyone's attention because I want to make sure I make this very clear. This is the conductor's aisle. Don't block this aisle. Don't stand in this aisle. Don't sit in this aisle. And please, please do not cross this aisle while our train is in motion. We're going to be on an average of 16% grade, and at times we'll be on 25% grade. That is very steep. We are the highest and longest car roadway in the world. Now, if we're on one of these high percentage grades here, and you're crossing this aisle, we happen to have an emergency stop. You're going to learn what it's like to fly all the way to the back of a train. Alright, it's the flying part, that's the fun part. It's crash landing, it hurts. So please, do not cross this aisle. Does everyone understand these 3 safety rules? Thank you. Everyone get out your tickets. Alright, now while you're looking at the train right side up, on the left-hand side it says 2 Pikes Peak. Fold and tear off that perforated edge. Boys. He's like, I want to make this my new tradition. Fantastic. Well, welcome aboard here. Now, you might want to introduce yourself at this time to the passenger sitting across from you. Give their first name, hometown. Made up our first 25% grade of the day. That means for every 100 feet that we move forward, we also gain 25 feet in elevation. And in case you happen to slide out of that slippery wooden seat into the passenger's lap sitting across from you, it is far less embarrassing if you're at least on a first name basis. Guys, so all the rock that you're looking at out here, this is Pikes Peak granite. a very porous rock, so it doesn't really have any value. Water gets down in the pores of this rock, and the rocks break off from each other. This is also what gives the Colorado Rockies its great name. Now we're driving through an area that used to be headquarters to a botanist group in the late 1800s. Amongst this group of botanists was George Engelmann, and he named one of the spruce trees out here. We're going by a clump of Engelmann spruce there, and on the two-seat side, that's the silver white colored bark and the real light colored green needles. If your windows are fogging up, just crack your window down about an inch or two and make sure the passenger on either side has their window cracked, and that should defog it for you. So we're driving through another area that used to be home to the Halfway House Hotel. This was a rustic resort built by Tom Palsgrove in the late 1800s. Now, Tom Palsgrove originally started his business by handing out cups of coffee and sandwiches from a tent, and then during the Homesteaders Act, he constructed a 2-story log cabin with 15 guest bedrooms, a large banquet hall. They had a post office up here, and a 1-lane bowling alley. That is crazy. Now, this structure would have been off on the 3-seat side. There's a 3rd set of tracks that would have led you into the depot. Now, it was sold to Colorado Springs in the 1900s, and then it was vandaled. Some vandals set fire to it in 1922, so they completely disassembled it in 1926. If you'd like to see a picture of this establishment, I have a picture book with me. I can show that to you on the way down the mountain. Guys, look at the snow coming down. Isn't that pretty? From that Halfway House Hotel and drug them up here to construct Diane and Daryl's summer cottage up here. Now, Diane and Daryl are the caretakers of a hydroelectric plant with
That was fun.
Yeah, let's go.
Save. You can get basket 5. Keep going.
You can't because I just take blueberry. Ding ding boy. Boy. Jump over you. Oh yeah. Which should I get? Shimmer boy. 2006.
It already is max.
I'm welcome. Pizza.
Hey!
Just 5 seconds.
Hurry. Up. No, he's getting sad. We're not gonna get a tip. Hurry. Pizza, hurry up and bite. Hurry up and bite. Hurry up and hurry up and hurry up and bite. Hurry up and hurry up and hurry up and bite. Oh. Zero tip. Zero. Ay,